few minutes left to do that. I want to mention before the run's going that I was going to say that like console's very different to PC, so if you're looking to run this game, it's going to be very, very different if you're on PC, and I'm personally learning PC soon, so. But are you ready for a countdown for starting the run? All right, I'm gonna do a 3, 2, 1 on go. So, all right, 3, 2, 1, go. So the loading screens are a little long because this is the Switch version, and console in general has long. What's different? You played the PC version of it. You will see very shortly a glitch that PC cannot do, and this is very important to the run. The games themselves play similar, but if you're wanting to do tricks with speedruns, there's going to be something different. So we're jumping around here because jumping is ever so slightly faster than walking. Yeah, Switchmaster Race. And speaking of Switchmaster Race, this guy's teaching us tail twirl. Normally, if you want a faster way, you need to get a barrel, but Switch, because of this grass patch being how the geometry is, we could do that trick right there, which saves like 15 seconds or so off the other versions. So here's the reason console is different to PC. Boom. Probably should explain that. So that glitch that we just did, we're gonna be doing it a lot throughout the run. If we can pause at the correct timing with some momentum, we can clip through quite a few things. We can't clip through everything, but there's quite a bit we could clip through, and you'll see that quite a bit in the run. Yep, well indeed. So now Trouser's telling us to get this first pagey, which we're just gonna aim straight for this guy's neck, and then just kind of climb up the not intended way. Because, you know, who needs intended ways? We got our first pagey. If you're on the PC version, since there's a load remover, you would want to return to main menu here. But because loads are long and we don't have a load remover, it's faster to just do this normally. But there's quite a bit of dialogue. Luckily, shoutouts to Playtonic Games for adding cutscene skip and dialogue speed up. The thing about that is, I want to mention the Playtonics Games is really supportive of the speedrun community. Someone got a PC world record recently. Grant Kirkhope retweeted it. They quote tweeted him. But yeah, so right now we're gonna get our main way of movement, which is roll. You saw me air attacking, which is what we do when we won't have stamina. Also, I should mention, when we're out of this little area, you'll know when we are in a loading screen. That is when I'm gonna mark the cutoff point for the short shorts. So try to get those retweets in if you haven't already. And this guy's telling us you need to complete a challenge to get me, and I'm like, I beg to differ. And he says I have to come back later, but who needs that? So, you know, we completed the challenge. I don't know why I'm doing quotes. I don't have my webcam. I'm doing air quotes, but I don't have my webcam, so I don't know why I'm doing that. But I guess it's just habit with my streams. But over here, we're gonna partially clip into this, just enough to grab it. Which is kind of weird how that works. I was super surprised when I discovered this. Almost all the routing was made by me because not many people run console. But you know, it's pretty interesting. Okay, I usually say roll, clip, or riot, but this is a marathon. You can get clips with roll as well. Oh, come on, get the clip. Alright, so PC can also get into this area, but they use a cutscene to get out of bounds, where we wanted to get that pagey, so... yeah, debated indeed. Um, so using that cutscene is what they'd have to do, but this is early waterworks, also known as ew. This is the cutoff point. If you guys reached it, let me know. I imagine the short amount of time, probably. Aw, man. That's unfortunate. So this guy is like, hey, you need to be invisible to get me, which you'll have to come back later, but you know, screw that. We're just gonna go over here.
Leave it
Yo,
to this
what's up,
group to
Hedwig?
not get clothing on the character.
Yeah. What's up, Hedwig? Hedwig is another runner in this game. He has quite a few second places because well, he has world record in this category on PC, which is pretty hype. I have world record on console. So this is where we would have put our pants on. But you know, I guess Yooka likes to be naked. I'm not gonna judge. This is not female SpongeBob, despite popular belief. But what we're gonna do here is we're gonna use a tonic, which is essentially not necessarily New Game Plus, but if you've unlocked these in previous files, you just get to keep them. Stupid bee. And basically that's what we do. What I was gonna mention is ew or early waterworks saves a lot of time because normally we have to do a quiz that has RNG. Ew. Oh wait, what am I doing? I was so used to practicing this. I was practicing this earlier in the day, a clip on PC. So I was almost gonna do that again, but that's fine because we got this. We had to wait for that cycle anyways. So you may be wondering, so if you could break so much of this game, why don't you just go to the end without clicking any pages? And that is what any percent is. However, any percent with flight means we have to get the flight move, which requires 10 pages to enter Kashino. It's a little different on PC because they need some moves from Tribal Stack to enter there. So they enter Tribal Stack and whatnot. The routes are 95% different. So, recently, like as in if like a day or two ago, maybe like 3 days. 3 days. SpongeBob reference. They found a way to get this. This is quiz 2 skip, so we're skipping another quiz. Also, yes, female SpongeBob, I mean Vendy, did teleport just now, which is interesting, just like Trouser. So we just skipped another quiz because certain loading zones will require you to go to certain quizzes. So, you know, it's we just don't go through those loading zones and we take other ways. So to the right of where we are is where the elevator is. In any percent, it's probably like 9 minutes shorter. World record is more like 11 minutes, but like I think 10 minutes or so in length and difference in this because they don't even get roll in any percent. Hedwig and I worked on routing for that, and it's actually faster to not get the roll move, which is pretty funny. So yeah, we just clipped in that KG or groovy get out of juvie. Nice double tip, thanks. If you have any questions about this game, feel free to ask. Skip that education. Heck yeah. So here's what I like to call, based on Monopoly, our get out of jail free card. Because this one's nice and lets us out without having to clip back out. I'm gonna try to do a skip that I discovered a little bit ago. Because like, okay, yeah, basically that will skip us from having to do this loading zone. Yeah, so many clips. It's pretty great. I was gonna do that clip. It doesn't save too much. But it's a rather thick wall, so if the walls are like, so you may think, oh, why don't you just clip through that gate? Well, that gate's a little thick as well, so we're gonna find a more thin wall, and we're just gonna get into this hub area. That being said, we'll have to clip back out if we want to well, get out of this place. So we're gonna have to clip back out after. And this run's actually been not too bad so far, which is pretty good. Because in my practice, I was doing really bad. You like your wall stick, nice. So the idea here is now that we've gotten Casino, you may wonder, why are you going to the fourth world? Well, thin and clippable. Heck yeah, man. The idea is that, okay, this is going to be a long loading screen. But I'll let you know when there is a time for donations, because there will be, but there's a lot of explaining early in the run. The idea here is we want to get one pagey in this area, because Trouser would be like, oh, you did something in this area, so here, learn this flight move, and then we can proceed to the final boss. Alright, we didn't get door clip. That's like I try it once, and if I don't get it, I just do this. I'm gonna go for something here that I learned probably a few months ago. It's a bit faster. Like, I'm the main discovery person in this category. Well, in console, I mean. Not even just this category, just in console in general. Because most people are PC master race. Whoa, that was a little weird lag there. That's unfortunate. I don't know why that happened. It doesn't usually happen. That's kind of weird. It's probably because I mentioned PC master race, and they wanted me to abide by that. Whoa, that almost glitched a little there too again. I think it was the camera though. Alright, so one thing worth noting is if I collect any quills, I'll need to... So you don't need to collect quills in the run, but if I do, I need to know how much I've collected. Because there is still one quiz in the run, which is a little bit orange. Oh, come on. Grab the token. Come on. Okay. There we go. And we got 5 tokens so far, so yeah, so Trouser, if we get a page in here, okay, so we got 1 quill. If we get 10 tokens to exchange for a pagey, Trouser will notice we did some stuff. Oh, that's unfortunate. So normally you can get that really fast, and you can actually move in this cutscene, but I didn't know where I was. But yeah, now that we have 10 tokens just about, we're gonna head over here and basically talk to this weird guy that we never heard of. He has a nice mustache. So you know, this is the friendly banker. He reminds me of the final boss, but you know, he's cooler because he has a mustache. But yeah, so now that we got something here, we're gonna return to hub. Yeah, the casino is pretty time consuming. If you have a quick donation, you could read one.
We don't have a donation set up right now, but I can remind everyone that we are still taking bids on all the different bid wars that we have going on. So make sure you check those out and see if there's something that you want to see.
All right. So yeah, make sure to look into those bid wars. And of course the goals. Yes. Also, like said in chat, be yourself is what people love to spam when we're on the final boss, which is coming up. This is right here, probably the hardest trick in the run. So here's hoping I could ace it. It's not just a clip, it's also platforming. But we're not in the free yet. We have to try to get to this. Now you could just turn around there, but I'm taking the safe way. Alright, we're not certain if we're in the free, because we're going to have to do something that you could also do in PC called Asset Clip, but we're not quite there yet. So we're going to learn Flight. And the reason there's this category, yeah, 1970s Batman. This category used to be the older any percent route, not really for console, but they give it like the 16 star, whereas any percent doesn't really collect much at all. So we just made a little splash to do that. I'm gonna do that to turn around the camera, and we're gonna buffer our input here, and we're gonna fly straight to this door. You see that elevator door over there? The reason we're going to that is because, well, he's gonna be a jerk and tell us that we need 100 pages, and we don't have time for that. And this is a speed run, and that would be like an hour and a half longer. So we're just gonna enter from the back and below. So yeah, I think, I mean, this has a little bit of explaining. I could have, if you do have donations, let me know, but I could explain a little bit of the quiz real quick. This quiz, basically RNG. If I get a picture question, I lose 3 seconds. Yeah, nice game. He'll ask us random stuff. The only question I'm really hoping for that he doesn't ask is the time-related question, because I don't know how long I've been. I'm guessing like 16 minutes?
15:36.
All right, thank you. So that's actually pretty decent pace, actually. So, but let's keep going. The one question that sticks out, I hope I get that one because it's my favorite one. I like to be sassy with it. The real idea is to not get picture questions, but my favorite question is when he asks, what color are Rextro's shoes? And he doesn't wear shoes, and that's the answer. So I like to answer that with sass and be like, he doesn't wear shoes. So I don't know. That's just something I like to say whenever I get that question. But yeah, I think that was perfect RNG, so that was nice. The most I've ever lost was 4 picture questions, so 12 seconds. And that was the point where I'm like, okay, reset. So, glad I got no picture questions. But right here, shout out to Platonic Games for cutscene skipping. Shout out again for cutscene skipping and saving about 2 minutes right off there. By the way, the intro cutscene's like 5 minutes, so when this game first came out, I would just go to the bathroom, get some food, I would do all that stuff and just be like, alright guys, enjoy the cutscene. So that was fun. So what we're doing here is we're gonna outrun the bees. He's gonna be like, dang it, they didn't get me. They didn't get him, I mean. And after the, okay, so I'm pretty sure I missed 2 cycles. 2 cycles, a trick that people like Hedwig have really perfected it. I still need to practice that trick because it saves like 20 seconds. Some tight inputs with meshing, which so yeah, that's gonna be 3 cycles. We basically just run around, and then when we hit him, wait for his cane to drop, and then just mash, and then that air attack is like what I wanted to time better. But it's really hard to do. I probably only have a few hits here. So yeah, on to phase 2. Yeah, this game's way better than Nuts and Bolts. Yep, this is already the final boss. This game's broken. But if we were on any percent, we would have been at the final boss 5 minutes in. So here's the thing. Anyone who's played this game knows those crates contain some ammo bushes. We don't know how to use those, so we're just gonna roll into them 15 times. Isn't that fun? In other words, you just get rhythm to it, where you just kind of wait and then do it. So if we have any other shout-outs or donations to talk about, now would be the time, because the rest is quite a bit of stuff to do. So feel free to, if there's anything you have to talk about.
Yeah, just a reminder to everyone out there that we are still looking for $49 on our Freedom Planet run with a Guitar Hero controller. That would be a super cool run to see, and we're more than halfway there, so I'd be ashamed to stop now, right? Plus, in Izumi Man, we're looking for $25 to be able to run that extra stage. Both of those would be towards the end of the run, so we still have time, but better to get your donations in early, right?
Yep. Okay, so we're gonna be coming across phase 3 soon. like I said, we just have to roll into him 15 times, which is a little bit of a drag, but we'd have to go into the first world and spend 30 quills if we wanted to get that, and that'd be way slower, especially because loading in the worlds takes a while. So, you know, we're just gonna go straight to this. Yeah, it is a thing. I mean, PC it's longer, but any percent is literally a mad dash to the final boss. Where this category is a mad dash to get to Casino to get 10 pages to get to Casino and then get flight and go to the final boss. Maybe wondering why why would you just randomly have a category with flight? For one, it's the more beloved and older any percent route. So it's kind of like 16 star what it is with Mario 64, and it's more beginner friendly. So one thing here is we're gonna want him to be in like the middle. We'll show in a second why. Because he's gonna go in the middle. It just saves like a second or two. It's pretty great, Winnie. But yeah, this is the third out of 4 phases. These bees are gonna chase us again. I'm not gonna bother outrunning them, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for him to be done talking, go in the acid, take some damage, and they'll be like, oh, he's already hurt, we'll leave him alone. And that's a little faster. Beware. Yeah, I mean, he must be mad, you know, us infiltrating his hive out, a secret hive out, although it's not really a secret, it's right near our home. So
Those are some really considerate bees.
yeah, really considerate.
They don't want to kick you while you're down. It's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice of them, I gotta say. So the way this phase is it shows you how to, it's just kind of adding stuff. So the first one was normal, just shockwaves. Second one, shockwaves with bees. Third one, shockwave with just more shockwaves. So can you guess what this is? Can you guess? Yup. Shockwaves with bees and more shockwaves. Who would have guessed? Oh, dang it. I'm actually going to roll here because we already took some damage. Oh, this is not a good placement. There. On to phase 4. The final phase, but I have to get 7 missile hits. The first 3 are pretty simple. We don't have to use fly yet, but this is part of the reason why we do 90% with fly, just because you would imagine, oh, he's flying, and you have to get the missiles. These first 3 aren't bad, but you're gonna have to do something later in the run called missile riding, and you could kind of already tell what that would be. You just have to hit in the right spot of the hitbox. Yeah, that's true, Mike. Alright, so now he got 3 hits, so alright, so we got 3 more hits. Basically, we would have to do missile riding if and that's pretty difficult to master if we didn't oh, dang it. If we didn't get that hit. We're gonna have a few more hits though. Ideally you want to get, oh come on, you want to get a double missile hit, but that's unfortunate. Uh-oh. We might have to do some missile riding here actually, because we're low on stamina. So I'm gonna try to demonstrate missile riding, but I'm really bad at it, so we'll see. Alright, we're just gonna fly. Because you gotta kind of distract the missiles to do that. Time is coming up here. We just got 1 more hit. So as soon as this missile comes in contact, it's almost done. And oh no, those didn't count. So he has invincibility frames. So he flies a little faster here, and time.
Congratulations on a run well done.
What was the time?
I'm still waiting for it to update on my stream, but 23:58 is your time.
Nice.
What's your PB on this?
21:36, which is a pretty solid time.
Yeah, it's not too far off. Great job.
And I think I'm gonna donate another $15 real quick. Thank you, Maris, because I was
No, thank you for the donation.
gonna donate a quick fit every chat. So huh.
So for people that are interested in playing this game casually, what's your favorite area?
Oh, for what?
For just like a casual playthrough.
Favorite area?
Yeah.
Is that what? Well, I really do like the hub world, but if we're talking worlds, I'd say my favorite is probably Moody Maze. I could tell my least favorite is Galleon, which is the last world, because it's just so slow. I know you say casual playthrough, but it just takes so long.